only one working nostril. It's incredibly hard. I gotta get it fixed. What happened to my nose? Alright, if some of you haven't heard this story, I'll make it quick. When I was 10 years old, I went to a skate park and I dropped in on this 12-foot vert ramp and I didn't quite make it, so I fell flat face first on the ground from 12 feet. My board just didn't even want to do it. And yeah, I landed on my nose and it just completely collapsed it and I never got it fixed. We didn't have the money for that kind of shit. You walk it off, you throw some dirt on it, you know what I mean? Oh, man. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, it didn't do anything, like, cosmetically to it, but the inside of my nostril, yeah, it got real fucked up. So it smashed it in. I can't breathe. Does the nose thing affect my singing? I'm sure it does. I don't know any other way. So maybe if I fixed it, I would sing differently or something. I don't know. Tell us the story of the bottle hitting you in the face. So this was 2006. It was our first time playing Reading and Leeds. We were so fucking excited. We were playing at like 2 in the afternoon, which is like one of the earliest slots during the day. So we get up there and we had heard horror stories about bottling, quite like that's a thing in England, and we just thought, wow, that's really disrespectful, that's really shitty, not knowing, what it all meant. And we get up on stage, we start our song, about 30 seconds into our first song, which was Only Difference, bottles are flying at us. And later they would tell us that it's because you have to pay your dues, see how you do with bottling, and I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Yeah. It's like, pay your dues, how do you take it? Oh, it's just good fun, mate. It's just good fucking fun. So we're on stage, 30 seconds in, I realized that John and Ryan at the time, they couldn't swat it away because they're playing bass and guitar, respectively. So they couldn't, swat the bottles away, so they're trying to dodge them. So I'm running back and forth on stage, doing my damnedest to fucking swat them away from them, to protect them, treating it like a game, and I'm trying to swat them away, and a couple almost clipped John in the face, almost clipped Ryan's guitar in the face. So I'm trying to, do my best to protect my homies, and before I knew it, I had swatted one away from one of them, and I turned back around, and at that moment, it was just a perfect clusterfuck of just the wrong chemistry, and a full bottle, hard, I don't know what it was, but there was a harder plastic in the UK for some reason. It was this thick plastic full soda bottle, I think unopened, so it was just solid, and it just hit me right in the temple. All I remember is I don't even remember getting hit. It just kind of went white and then black, and I watched the video and I collapsed, and I think I was out for a couple minutes, and then when I came to, our tour manager at that time, his name was JP, he was a really sweet British guy. He was on the side of me, and I looked kind of above me like this, and Zach's above me, and he's like, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, what the fuck just happened? He's like, you just got, knocked out. And I was like, holy fuck, okay. I go up to the back of the stage, and the band is off stage. And I asked him, what happened? How long was I out? Do we still have time to play? I was freaking out. I was like, well, this is our first time we have to finish our set. Was I out there? Oh, it's only been a couple minutes. Maybe one song has to be cut. I'm like, okay, good. Let's go back out there and fucking finish the set. And they were really just furiously mad. And they were like, we don't want to go back out there unless, you're okay to go back out there. And I was like, yeah, we have to finish the set. So went back out there, finished the set. Still to this day is one of my favorite shows. Mostly because I was just like, you know what, fuck you guys. You're not going to take away my set time. Just knocking me out, unless I was out for the whole show where I just couldn't have played because we ran out of time, then that would have sucked. But there's no way I'm just going to give up. We fucking flew to England. We flew to the grayest sky country in the world. Come on. I want to make it worthwhile. People came to see us at that concert. I'm not going to, tell them to fuck off. So it worked out. But, still to this day, I love it, Reading and Leeds, oh my God, I'm so excited this year, too. It's going to be awesome. Explain the broken ankle story, please. Okay, so we played a show in Florida, and we had this moment in the show where I would go to a different spot in the venue and sing a song acoustically. Then the band would play for like 30 seconds while I ran back to the stage. And the boots that I had, the boots that I had were really loose and I didn't tie them well enough, and I had to run down these stairs down an amphitheater to get back to the stage and run around the parking lot to get through the stage. And as I'm running down the steps, I'm running, my foot just goes, and my leg went straight down and my foot just kind of cut into it like this. And I pulled it up real fast and was like, holy shit. And I felt the shooting pain and I knew something bad had just happened. And so I hobbled along. I kept hopping, jumping on my fucking foot just because, like, whatever. I didn't realize what had happened. Ran to the stage, and as I'm trying to get to stage, I collapse. And I can't even walk anymore. I'm just like, holy shit, that was scary. I couldn't control it. And once I got to the stage, I was just, like, climbing up it like this on my hands and knees, and it was terrifying because I didn't know what had happened. So I got up to the stage and got back to the mic, and I think that there's a video out there once I get back up to the microphone in front of stage, and when I took my boot off just to see what had happened, because I was just limping on it, and I didn't know what had happened, I hadn't seen it, it was throbbing, it was killing me, so I took it off, and I wanted to show people, and that was the first time looking at this thing. I was like, oh my god, it's like the size of a softball. It's fucking terrifying. I didn't know what that was, if that was a bone sticking out or if it was just inflammation. Turns out, yeah, it just swole up real big, and that because I had twisted my ankle in the past, this is what the doctor said. I went to the hospital. Because I had twisted my ankle in the past, it had calloused up some of the muscle tissue, so it would have broken if I hadn't had all this calloused, scarred up tissue around my ankle. He said, have you broken your ankle before? I said, no, but I've twisted it. I've rolled it a bunch of times skateboarding when I was a kid. And he said, that probably saved your ankle from being actually broken and snapped. You were the closest to snapping your ankle in two pieces, two separate pieces. But yeah, it actually worked out. It was okay. And I just had to wear this like shitty brace for the rest of the tour, basically, until I got home. And I still wore this little brace when I slept. So that was brutal. Yeah, it was really bad. Has anything like that happened again?
No, you took your back though recently doing that.
Yeah, but that wasn't that bad. That was just like muscle pain. No, knock on wood. Nothing like that has happened since. Hoping it doesn't. Yeah, so that was that story.
What does that mean? There's like a softball in my ankle. I'm sorry, I just thought that was fun to share. So, my left leg's done for the show, if you don't mind. We're gonna let it just chill out and get drunk. And the show will go on if you'll have us. Yeah, buddy! Oh, it's gross, people. You don't want to see this. You're lucky to be in the back. It's pretty nasty. But I gotta let it breathe. Looks like my grandma's goiter. It's fucking, it's disgusting. It's not fun.